Hi my loves, welcome back. Today's sketchbook session starts out with a little bit of brainstorming on some scrap paper. I'm just laying out some really basic, simple shapes to get an idea of the build of my character. Character design is not something I have remotely any experience with. I do the odd original characters in my sketches and paintings and things, but never anything extensive, and I actually realised I don't make up bodies a lot, as in I usually end up using references for drawing bodies, and I tend to go for more realistic proportions. So anyway, I really quickly sketched out some ideas. I really didn't have anything in mind beforehand, so they're all different builds and ages and all that. And then I narrowed it down to a couple of bodies that I liked the look of, and then I drew a couple of quick faces, still keeping it quite ambiguous, and then finally I jotted down some notes about who this person could be. So once I was in my sketchbook, I carried on laying things in really lightly at first, just mapping out the page so that there would be like a larger body, full body drawing showing the person in like a pose that's sort of typical to their personality, then a couple of smaller full body sketches just to show them at different angles, and a few heads to practice some facial expressions. So the first face I added real detail to was like a neutral one, and then because I thought this character would be quite clumsy, I decided to do like a shocked face that they would obviously have, you know, whenever they mess up and things like that. If you haven't noticed yet, my character is a young woman. She's wearing a hood. I wanted her in like a baggy hoodie and skinny jeans. I just like the shape of that silhouette. The last facial expression was kind of a smirky smile, another face that I just thought she would use a lot. Alright, so moving on to the body, this is the part that I struggled with the most. The smaller sketches turned out alright, they were just to get a basic idea of her shape and proportions, but when it came to the larger sketch, I found that the more detail I added, the less natural it felt. It got a bit stiff, and the position felt quite, unnatural. I think that's just down to lack of experience with this kind of thing. I definitely need to spend more time drawing bodies, different body shapes, making up poses and things, and not just drawing from reference. She's holding a spray can because I thought she could be like a graffiti artist, but like always getting caught, always making mistakes, and like having and causing funny accidents with her clumsiness. And I was originally going to ink these sketches after I had penciled them in, but I've really been loving the pencil look recently, and I felt like I had dark enough lines that adding ink wouldn't really make the biggest difference. So yeah, after a few attempts at putting her face on that full body sketch, I just wrote in a few little notes about who she could be, still trying to come up with a name. I spent a bit of time adding a few extra details, just mulling it over, and in the end I thought she looked like an Amira, so that's her name. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'm by no means the best at inventing an original character, but I feel like this was a decent start and I hope you enjoyed it too. See you soon for the next one. Bye!